everybody. Big Swiss. I'm back from vacation. I'm back from a crazy month of work. I'm back to do more videos. I will be putting some more content out soon. I have a series of about 15 different top 5 lists I'm going to be doing this year. I think I'm going to be doing something potentially with a couple other creators this season as well. But I'm excited to kick off what I'm going to start doing once a month is called a review rewind, where I'm going to look at an album that's at least 5 years or older and see, do I still love it? Do I love it more? Do I like it less? Those type of things. So in my opinion, I don't think an album can be considered a classic unless it's still getting an intense amount of play after 5 years. I'll never kick around, this is an instant classic. I think that's just recency bias talking of what you're like wanting to hear, what you think you want to hear. But really the time tells the tape. The tail of the tape tells you whether it's a classic or not. And that's if you're still playing it several years later, 5, a decade or whatnot. So I wanted to kick off with KB's Today We Rebel. So my wife and I were just on vacation in Oklahoma. We took a week off, which we haven't done in a long time. Actually, we've never done in this place we go. So every Thanksgiving we go out to this cabin in Oklahoma. We usually stay for just the weekend. This year we stayed for a week. It was super quiet and wonderful. Just a way to kind of unwind from the concrete jungle of Dallas. But while I was there, I listened to a lot of KB. I listened to Tomorrow We Live, Today We Rebel, and His Glory Road in that order, like just nonstop, didn't skip a song. And I was kind of shocked at, one, how little I listen to KB for how big of a fan I am of his. I think his albums are incredible. And I think I wouldn't say that I've underrated him because he's definitely in like my top 5 CHH, maybe top 10. I need to do a video on that just all time. But he's my wife's favorite Christian hip hop artist. And he's definitely an artist who, when I've seen him perform maybe 3 or 4 times, and he's always got a ton of energy. I watch Southside Rabbi, so I really enjoy his podcasts and his discussions. I really am looking forward to his book coming soon. But then on top of that, it's just been really fun going back and listening to Today We Rebel. So today I'm going to be looking at what songs I really liked from this album, what I think makes the album special, what makes it a classic, what makes it worthy of me going back and doing a video for. This album came out October 20th, 2017, so just over 5 years. And I want to get into the track list. I want to get into the songs that I think stand out the most. And I want to talk about some songs that I didn't like when I first heard this album and that I love now. So first off the bat, when I first heard this album, I think I was really just into Not Today Satan because Andy Mineo was on it. During this time, I was a huge Andy Mineo fan. He was my favorite rapper. He's still in my top 3 for sure. But I was loving Not Today Satan. That was probably my anthem during that time in my life. It was probably on play every day. I also really loved Don't Nobody Own Us. And I really loved Rebel Rebel 88. So when I went back to listen to this, and mind you, I'm in the wilderness, I'm in a cabin, there's nothing to distract me. I'm literally just sitting in front of a fire listening to the album with the lyrics going. That's typically how I'll listen to an album if I'm going to do a straight playthrough. Let's get into it. So Don't Nobody Own Us. First off, this song is probably gets more play now than Not Today Satan from me just because of the way that it starts off. I want to say this was the first song he did when he did Let It Rain for his opener at Glory Nights. But this song is just such a punch you in the face start. Like even just listen to this, like the keys on this thing that just rise up. I don't know. It just gets me hype. Even the way I think the first line is woke up. Yeah, woke up, glow up. Yeah, it's just Now if you go back and listen to the commentary, he talks about how this album is supposed to be told throughout a day. So I love that it starts with woke up. And I love how this album kind of tells the story of the life of somebody going through just a lot of different trials. So this song, I thought, production wise, on point. I love that it's 4 minutes long. This is a really long song. Another shout out to artists who give me at least an hour album. This one almost hit it. It was 52 and a half minutes. But most of the songs on here, outside of the Rebel intro, everything's over 3.5 minutes long. Outside of Art of Hope, which was a short song, and Monster with Aha Gazelle. So love that this song came out hard. I love the line where he talks about write free on my coffin, Christ is control of my content. Just love that. I love every single part of this song, from the way the violins come in, and rise. How he even gets his son's voiceover in there, where he talks about, I told KBJ, no nonsense. Yeah, he's got his little kid in there, says no nonsense. I love that. And so lyrically, this song is great. The cadence is amazing. The beat is, it's probably my favorite beat on the album. Maybe I don't know. We'll go as we get through here. And again, I'm going to give this every song a little bit of a play. So second song is Tempo. What I really like about Tempo is obviously the change of tempos that he does in here. So KB's really good at doing that fast cadence rap. He's also good at doing that gospel singing style. He's also good at just different cadence switches. When I first heard this song, I didn't like it because of kind of that organy, like sound that happens in the beginning of the song. But then going back, I really like how deep the bass gets, how many different layers of sampling is going on in this song. It's definitely one that has grown on me over time. The next two songs are probably the songs that have grown on me the most over time. And that's Monster with Aha Gazelle and Primetime with Ty Brazel, or Brassel. I don't know how he says it. I need to figure out how he says it. First of all, I love this, like, almost sounds like I'm underwater opening of the beat. It sounds like kind of like something that fits back to the song from Tomorrow We Live, Drowning. It kind of feels like it fits in that kind of motif, which is actually the first KB song. Drowning was the first KB song I heard that made me like a big KB fan. I was like, man, I think I should start listening to KB more. But I just love this opening, even just that. It sounds like Kid Cudi came in and did something, just a little higher pitched. No one knows, but I got the click like a metronome, that's a measurable, new intellectual, yeah. I love that sample. I don't know what it is, but it sounds like it's got a wobble distortion on it. But yeah, this song is definitely a standout for me. I know this was him talking about kind of him living like a double life, where he grew up. But I love how he just says, and then I met Jesus and I seen that the struggle someday somebody will sacrifice all for the other one. I love just how he continues to redirect everyone towards Jesus in every single song. So track number 4 is Primetime featuring Ty Brazel, who just released an excellent album called Transcendent last month. That one came up out of left field for me. Primetime definitely got a lot of play this past week. It got the most replay. I think what I really like is, one, it's kind of got that synth wave like sample going in it. But 2, I really like the way that KB kind of does. I don't know how to like describe the type of way that he does the flow at the beginning of this. It almost sounds like he's just letting his jaw be loose as he raps it. Like it's not like tight and quick like I'm talking right now with like a purpose. It almost feels like he's rapping like he's loose, like he's looser. Here I'll cue it up here, but it's right when the right here. Yeah. All I wanted was the Latoya chest. Started college at age of 15. They say young K, you'll be a corporate savage. Jehovah snatched me, and I laid it down like 21. Now he's in the cadence, and he like kind of busts off. I love that kind of looseness of the delivery, and then boom, right into the the quick cadence. And the song continues. I mean, obviously those hi hats kick up, but I just love that boom, boom, boom. That synth wave sample in there is kind of melodic to me. It's almost hypnotic is the word I'm looking for. That kind of pulls me in. So this one definitely is the standout of the song that I didn't give enough listen when it first came out, and now it's it's getting a lot of play. I even played it to work the other day. So track 5, Get Through with Lecrae. Obviously, Two Reach Records, probably the best at their game at this point, are putting it down. I really enjoy the kind of singing of the chorus, just trying to get through. The beat is amazing. There's different layers here that are great. And then we get into Art of Drifting and Art of Hope, which I, clearly they're back to back. They roll into each other. Art of Drifting is probably arguably the best song on the album as far as content is concerned. I think lyrically and the storytelling here is one of the most interesting because this could be not just any Christian hip hop artist, it could be any Christian, period. Like all of us are in danger of drifting. And this was inspired by a dream that he had of uh, cheating on his wife on tour. And so he wrote a song about kind of talking to himself or talking to that artist that was going through kind of drifting away from the faith and into the fame. And it's probably the best written song on the album. I love how the song ends and then fades into Art of Hope using the Hillsong. Is it a Hillsong song? Um, yeah, I love the way this song rises into that Hillsong kind of oh oh oh. And I like how it kind of feels like a crescendo from Art of Drifting. I think the only thing I wanted more from the song was a little bit more of the beat before the singing at the end. But I love the singing with the violin at the end of the song. It almost feels like it closes out a chapter of the day that he's trying to tell here, and then it bumps right into Not Today, Satan, which is the anthem song, the high trumpet brass sampling, the addition of Andy Mineo, who's just one of the best lyricists in CHH. This song is so fun. I used to work out to this song every day in 2017 when I was at the gym. This one is still heavy rotation, and clearly it's the most streamed song of this album at 15 million streams. There's probably not much I need to say about this song other than it's fire. Um, and then this back half of the album, this is probably where I got the least listens to when this album first came out, was everything from 9 to 14. So I Am Not the One, really enjoyed that song. New Portrait, I really like that song. But the song that kind of slapped me a little bit was Bring You to War. First of all, you got For King Country on the front here, which they're not even listed here as like features. Um, but this song really, I don't know, it was just it it made me change my disposition while I was listening to it. Like I got happier almost just because the way it sounded. Same with Sing to You. I really felt like these two songs back to back. I guess even New Portrait, because New Portrait kind of feels like a rising song that gets me ready to bring you to war. And then Sing to You closes all the album out, which I remember if I was listening to commentary, said that was the intent there, and that Rebel Rebel 88 was actually the first song he wrote for this album, but also was supposed to be the last song to say, all right, the day's over, go out again. The album is over. You're getting ready to go out into the world again. And what I really liked about just kind of this whole concept of Today We Rebel was it felt like there was something in each song that helped me identify my walk with Christ and was able to sympathize or empathize with KB or what he was trying to say. But Rebel Rebel 88 is probably the song, other than Primetime, that's gotten a lot of play for me recently. One, I think the beat I mean, again, it's kind of sounds like it's got that drowning motif to it, similar to Primetime and Monster, or I guess Primetime was more synthwave, but Monster had that like underwater sound. Same here. It's kind of almost kind of. I hear it in this left ear a little bit more. Maybe it's a clock or something winding, but it almost sounds like bubbles too. But I just really like I like how it starts low and then each bass that hits, it gets a little bit higher and higher and higher. And then I really, really enjoy just the way the chorus sounds. The 88, 88, Rebel, Rebel 88. I love the way that sounds. It almost sounds like he's mumbling, but you can make it out. But it just sounds so smooth. So, anyways, today we rebel. You can see I've starred every song or hearted every song here. This is certified classic from Big Swiss. This is definitely an album that I think holds the test of time 5 years later and deserves a replay from you. So that's Today We Rebel by KB. Let me know in the comments section what your favorite song is, what your favorite feature is, what your favorite beat is. And then also let me know what other albums that are 5 years or older that you want me to review. I'm thinking Beautiful Eulogies, Worthy might be next. I love that album. That album has a special place in my heart during a special season in my heart, or in my life, I should say. But let me know what albums you want to hear from 2018 that I can do once a month over the next year and give a quick review for. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see y'all soon. Have a great week.